working with couples to improve their relationships and their sex lives.
Right.
Yet, you have also said that women need to know that if they aren't interested in sex anymore, it's okay.
Right, exactly.
It's okay. And so I wanted to ask you to elaborate. And do you have to have sex to feel sexy?
No, you do not have to have sex to feel sexy. And I think that we have to be very, very careful that we are not taken in by so much of what we're hearing about and reading about in the media, that if somehow we're not having a really active sex life, that there is something wrong with us. So if you are at a place in your life where this is not an issue, then that is okay. If you are with a partner who also feels the same way, then you two do not have a problem. However, if you are with a partner who wants sex and you do not want sex, then of course you need to give me a call. But seriously, there are 10 reasons that you really do need to acknowledge and address and resolve before deciding that you do not want sex. Number 1, if you are dealing with issues such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, emotional issues, psychological issues, the majority of women and men are not going to be in the mood to have sex if you are feeling really clinically depressed, or you're having panic attacks, or you have a bipolar disorder that's misdiagnosed. Number 2, if your relationship is not satisfying, particularly for the majority of women, we are not going to be exactly thrilled about jumping into bed and having sex with a partner who we're angry with and who we're disappointed with. If there are old issues, which I called unfinished business, skeletons in the closet, early child sexual abuse, sexual assault, religious beliefs, these things need to be sorted through emotionally, even though we cannot change history, because they are there. It's kind of like the phenomenon where just when you think that you're not really dealing with some of that old unfinished business, it is there.
Age, and Healthy Women looks at women from an ages and stages approach. And as we're aging, and this is really women from 40 plus, they want a better sex life, they want to experiment, and they want to spice it up. And so I think, again, bringing up the conversation with their partner, and if they have a problem with painful intercourse, as we were just discussing, having that conversation with their healthcare provider, because we all know that sexual health has an overarching effect on our health in general. So living well, being healthy, and having a healthy sex life.
Okay, so you have lots of gas, and you just had 6 cups of coffee, so you have to pee. Okay, so you have to look cool. So the elevator door is closing, and it's just you and your movie star in the elevator. Movie star behind you, so you can't let anything out because movie star will know that's you. So you have to squeeze and keep in the gas and keep in the urine, but you can't booty clench. Okay, so you have to keep your butt muscles relaxed, and you have to keep breathing. Everyone holds their breath, and you can't bring your knees together. You got to relax your thigh muscles, and you can't suck in your stomach. You have to relax your stomach muscles. So try that.
And no one will know if you're actually
right, and you're all concentrating very hard.
Denise, is it like the Pilates, like that
Pulling up like an elevator? Yeah.
Very deep down, like pulling it from there.
You got to keep breathing. Everyone tends to squeeze their butt muscles and they think they're doing Kegels, or they squeeze their thighs together because that's what you're used to doing when you have to go to the bathroom. You squeeze your thighs together. That's not Kegels. Or sucking in your stomach or holding in your breath. That's not Kegels. So
you're kind of isolating.
it's hard. Yeah, you got to isolate.
Wow.
Those,
I think we need instructions during the after hour.
Many mornings I wake feeling extremely far from beautiful. And on those mornings, I reach for my clothes. I am very passionate about clothes. And when someone walks into my studio or a show, I only want to dress them in colors and textures and fabrics that seem to me would bring out the very best of who they are. and fit them in clothes that are comfortable and fit, and that they would just be happy wearing, to the extent that they'd want to go out in the world and introduce themselves, because to me, clothes are my second skin when mine isn't enough.
And Carol is a stylist, an image consultant, who tries to make women feel beautiful from the inside. How many of you guys have seen those videos that go around the people of Walmart? Come on, everybody's seen it, right? You're secretly judging them a little bit. So we all know that people are judged by their looks within the few seconds. Carol, what is it that makes people, sometimes you say to somebody in your head, like, oh my God, did they look in a mirror before they went out? Right? What is it that you would give their advice to help them in their style and image?
Thank you. Okay, so one of the things about your own image is the ability to sort of, self-assess. And I think that with that, I'm going to start by saying that I think you'll agree, we are all perhaps unrealistic with our expectations of ourselves. We are all unnecessarily hard on ourselves at times. So I think that with that, if you're thinking about how you come across to others, the first step of that is kind of shelving any sort of negative talk that you might have. The second thing that I think we all might be a wee bit guilty of is comparing ourselves to others. Maybe it's because we're a product of what we see around us, the media, celebrities, all of that, fashion models, even people that we come into daily contact with. So I would first encourage people to stop looking around so much and look inward at what you have to offer and who you are. Now that being said, as you had said, we are judged by the way we look. We don't have a choice about that, but we do have a choice about the quality of the impression that we choose to make. So I always encourage people to sort of take inventory or take stock. The first thing, obviously, you want to take stock with is what's in your wardrobe. So some of the things that Gabrielle mentioned, things like with each piece, does the color flatter you? Does it make you look healthy, well-rested, or vibrant? Or does it do the opposite? Does it make you look unwell, or tired, or lackluster? So that's the first thing that you want to think about with your wardrobe. I think the next thing is, how does it fit you, the shape of the clothing? Does it highlight your best features? And does it downplay those features that you might not be as happy with? Also, the style of the clothing, does it represent you at your best? And does it represent you today? Not you 10 years ago or 10 pounds ago, right? Does it represent who you are today? And is it current and relevant? Notice I'm not using the word trendy. That's a whole other conversation. But is it sort of modern and fresh? And finally, the condition of clothing. Is it fresh looking, or is what you're wearing tired? Because when you wear clothing that looks tired, the inference is that you might be tired in your thinking, because people are sort of connecting the dots. So first I have people take inventory of their clothing. Then I have clients take inventory of where do they show up. So, and what messages do they need to send. So with that, with the wardrobe, do you have pieces that fit those needs, that you feel confident and great in, or not? Maybe you need to add some things to your wardrobe. The third thing that I would ask people to consider is the results that they're getting. So take a look at where you show up personally and professionally, and are you getting the results that you're looking for? If not, maybe some tweaking to your wardrobe is in order. And just a thought, people, you may have outstanding credentials and wonderful qualities, but people see how they're packaged before they see what they are.
And Richard, as
a master makeup artist, we can't wait to get your advice on our faces and makeup and everything. So I know that you see the face as a canvas. So what are the things that you look at in a face to enhance a woman's beauty?
First, I want to just say I'm thrilled to be here with all you beautiful ladies. And I have a very simple concept of makeup. I mean, I can give you many different variations of makeup, but basically to keep in mind, when I look at a woman, I teach people to think of what a sign of beauty is for somebody who is a minimalist. And what I mean is, when we look at somebody, we say, oh, you know what, she has the most gorgeous lashes. So here it is, mascara, 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 okay? Keep it simple. When in doubt, put mascara on. You flirt with your eyes. It really makes your eyes look wider. It makes you look younger because unfortunately your lashes get thinner. You know, so that's something. So there it is. You know, it takes a moment to put mascara on. Women have been doing it for years. Use mascara. A little bit of concealer goes a long way. There's not a person I have met that doesn't need a little bit of brightening underneath the eye. So a little bit of concealer underneath the eye. Keep it simple. Brighten that thin area underneath the eye and you look whiter, brighter, fresher, more alive. Lipstick, a little lip color. Now it doesn't have to be dark. You don't want to wear dark lipstick. You want to mimic lip color. You know, natural. So, you know, in a soft, medium tone, pink, brownie pink, more wearable. If you have a green eye, you know, corals are beautiful as well. Play with color, but keep lip color natural intensity. You know, if you're 24, you can do anything you want. You know, as we get a little older, we want to be a little bit more serious with our choice of lip color. So think bitten lips or easy, glossy lips. You've never read a novel and the woman said, or the author said, we had dry, matte lips. It's a supple, sexy lip. Put a little lip color on, okay? A little bit of foundation. Foundation goes a long way. You know, makeup is your best friend. Today, makeup is treatment. It not only protects your skin, but it evens it out. What you want is an even palette. Therefore, then your eyes will pop, your lips will pop, and that's what you want to do. A little bit of foundation really hides a multitude of sins and really makes you look brighter, because unfortunately, our skin gets a little bit uneven. So if you want to take away the redness, it doesn't have to be a good foundation, it could be strategically placed. It doesn't have to look like a mask. So even out your skin, brighten underneath your eye, a little bit of mascara, and a little bit of cheek color. Use a natural bronzer, like a bronzer with a little bit of pink in it for daytime. Add your blusher for evening. And brows. I believe in a light brow. What I mean is, even think of theater. You know, when they want somebody to look mean, they put dark brows on them. So never, never do a dark brow. And just basically, you know, feather the top of your brow. You never want to diminish your brow space. What you want to do is think of a picture frame, right? So you just want to feather along the top of the brow and brush up, call it a day. And if you want to do more elaborate makeup, well then come see me. But the truth of the matter is this, and also skincare. Skincare today, I mean, you want to exfoliate, hydrate, and protect. And if you need more information, like I said, come see me. I want to see all you beautiful ladies.
Chubbs, who is very impressive, obviously. Her specialty is aesthetic medicine, but before she was that, she started out as an internist. And her approach to enhancing natural beauty is not just about cosmetic enhancement, but it starts with wellness from within. So tell us how we can create that wellness from within.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful that we live in this age where we have all these amazing non-invasive cosmetic procedures that can help us maintain our youth and prevent the aging process. But I think it's also very important to take a holistic approach to our beauty and to manage the things that can play a role in the aging process. Specifically, you know, we're very busy New Yorkers and we tend to experience a lot of stress and we have trouble sleeping. And I don't know if you guys know, but these kinds of things can actually cause it can accelerate the aging process, because stress and a lack of sleep increases your cortisol hormone, and that causes inflammation in the body, and that wreaks havoc on our skin. it damages the collagen. Collagen is a very important protein found in your skin, and it makes up 75% of our skin, and that's what causes us to wrinkle, and then it also accelerates the sagging skin and the aging process in general. So, as Dr. Cohen mentioned earlier, managing stress is really important for our sex life as well as our aging, because if we don't manage the stress, we'll age a lot faster. So some of the things that I love doing personally are meditating. You know, taking 5 minutes a day, just meditating, just sitting with yourself, and, you know, dealing with any concerns that you may have. I always find when I'm facing any sort of issue that's not manageable, I can just sit with myself. I always come up with a better solution, and it decreases the stress in general. And then also, you know, things like exercise. Find something that you enjoy. Something, for example, I love dancing, and it's a great workout for me. I have fun with it. Don't choose something like the treadmill. If you don't like the treadmill, don't do the treadmill. You know, don't choose something that's painful. Choose something fun for you. And then even just taking a nice walk or journaling. Do something that's just relaxing for you to help reduce the stress. And same thing with sleep. If you're exercising, you're feeling good about yourself, it reduces the stress and you sleep better. And also meditation is a wonderful way to help you sleep as well. And then lastly, I wanted to say our diet is also important. You know, we forget about that. Either we're too rushed and we're not eating enough, we're not eating the proper foods, or, you know, in particular, I think it's very important to eat organic foods. I know people say, why organic, why organic? But if you're not eating organic food, there's a lot of harmful pesticides otherwise that can also damage the collagen and accelerate the aging process. And then eating a diet that's high in antioxidants can actually protect your collagen. So that's also important. So, you know, taking a holistic approach to beauty, managing your stress, sleeping well, exercising, getting the proper diet, these are all great things, but they actually can help prevent the aging process. So I do stress that in my practice. I mean, I definitely help my patients with the cosmetic procedures, but I also take time to talk to them about that, because I feel like oftentimes doctors do forget to talk about these very important things that people may be dealing with, and they usually will not come to me and say, hey, you know, I'm not sleeping. But once I start talking to them, I realize what may be accelerating the aging process. So if we're managing both from the inside and out, I think that that's the best way to prevent the aging process.